Alrighty, we had an adventure. Not the best adventure. Yes, there's Ruthie. Yes, you're home, baby. So Thursday night, no, not Thursday night, Wednesday night, I noticed that Ruthie was standing off all by herself. And she was hanging her head down like something was wrong. Thought it was bugs, bugging her, but it wasn't. She ate a little bit and then she went and ate her hay. That's her calling. She's like, I'm home, guys. When I saw her eating hay, I figured she's probably okay. She probably just, it was really hot that day. So Thursday night, she was doing it again, and this time she would not eat. And I saw her trying to urinate, and it looked like she was straining and nothing was coming out. So, and she didn't want to eat anything. Recently, we've learned that WSU is no longer taking emergency calls. So fortunately, I was recommended, it was recommended to me that I try Lewiston Veterinary Clinic. And I gotta say, I am impressed. I called, I got their answering service. I told them what was going on. My concern was that it was polio because she was hanging off all by herself, away from the flock. She hadn't gone blind yet, I could tell that, but that was my concern because I've seen it before with Rosie. So I told them that. They got the doctor to call me. She called me like 2 minutes later, I heard back from her. And she said, well, you can either, pen her up somewhere tonight and make sure there's no bedding so that you can see if she urinates in the night, or you can bring her down to me. And I said, I would rather bring her down to you. Pan over and look at beautiful little Ruby Sue. And Rohan's down there. All right. I just want to keep an eye on her while I do this video, so I'm going to keep walking up here. So my wonderful husband got all of his stuff out of the van that was in there. We got it all set up. He got her. It took about 15 minutes for him to catch her, or get her, herded into the barn where I was trying to entice her and 3 others with some sweet feed. It was pretty chaotic. But he did it, we did it, and he got a hold of her. Got her down there, and I met Dr. Covert and vet assistant Sydney, and they were just wonderful. They were just wonderful. Oh my gosh, Radagast is so happy to be up here. Checked her over. Her temperature was elevated a little bit, but it wasn't like super concerning. It looked like she had possibly had some diarrhea, which is really weird for sheep. There go the babies running and Radagast running. So, we just weren't sure what was going on. So they said that overnight, and I loved this part. They said, now, don't worry because she will be on camera all night. I'm not going to be able to, I can't get all the way up there in these shoes. So I'm going to just stay here and I'll just pan around a little bit. And you can admire Rohan for a bit. Oh, and of course the queen, Ruby Sue. Anyway, they said, don't worry because she will be on camera, and both myself and Sydney have monitors at our houses, and we live 5 minutes away. So if we see that she's in distress, we can be there quickly to help her. And they called me the next day, and they'd gotten a fecal sample, and it was normal. They had not been able to get a urine sample, not because she wasn't peeing, but because she was a stealth peer. And Dr. Covert said, I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and by the time I could get to her, she was done. So anyway, she said temperature was down. They gave her Banamine for the fever, and we're giving her doses of thiamine. And thiamine is how you treat polio. In sheep, polio is a severe decrease in thiamine. Yeah, that's it. So they just were giving her doses. It's also used just to kind of help perk sheep up when they're not feeling good. So, figured it's going to help regardless of what's going on in her system. So perked right up. She was eating, drinking, peeing, pooping. the 4 magic signs you look for in sheep, and said that she could go home yesterday, but they closed at 5, and I wanted to bring her home in the morning, like during the day. I didn't want to bring her home, put everybody to bed, and then overnight not know what was going on with her. So she stayed last night, and we just came back from Lewiston and brought her home, and I just am thrilled. She looks good. When we brought her in, brought her up the hill into the yard, she stopped and peed, and she peed for a long time. She even held it. She didn't even pee in the car. That is what a lady that little girl is. Oh my goodness. So we decided to let them up here because they have been fighting quite a bit. I had stopped letting them go out and graze because there just isn't a lot of grazing left. And up in this field, it's full of, gosh, I keep jerking the camera because I've got a fly bugging me. Dang it. There's a lot of cheatgrass up here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this pasture, but I don't want to talk about that right now. It's frustrating. But because we hadn't been letting them go down the hill to graze or up here to graze, I think they were getting bored, and there was a lot of fighting. Like the last few nights, I've seen several of them pairing off and fighting each other, and I think they were just getting bored. So as much as I hate it, I think they're going to just have to come and graze every day. Even though the pasture's not great, even though there's cheatgrass, I can't let them get so bored in their paddock down by the house that they are fighting each other. And my suspicion is that that is what happened with Ruth. Either she was fighting and she got hit really hard and it scared her or hurt her, or she just got kind of caught in a fight and was just trying to stay away from everybody. So, lesson learned, they get to come up every day, either up here or down the hill. And I like up here best, honestly, despite the cheatgrass, because there's just so much more room for them to move around that they don't feel kind of boxed in and start getting cranky at each other. So anyway, that is our story, our most recent good grief, what's happening now story. I'm just so thankful. I am so thankful that despite the closed doors of WSU, we have a good spot. Lewiston isn't that much further than driving them over to Pullman would have been to go to WSU, and the quality of care is phenomenal. Just first experience. I am really, really happy, really pleased. So it's a good day. Ruthie's home. She immediately found her sister, and they sniffed one another's noses, and they're out on this beautiful day. I hope wherever you are having a great day as well.